Good morning students, welcome to today's online class. In previous video we covered a few topics in semiconductor devices are there. Mainly two types of semiconductors, intrinsic and extrinsic semiconductor. Pure form of semiconductor is called as intrinsic. Impure form of semiconductor is called as extrinsic semiconductors. After that we covered two types of extrinsic, one is p-type and n-type is there. Afterwards we covered differences between p-type and n-type semiconductors. So that is about covered topics in semiconductor devices. In present video we have to continue the remaining very important concepts. A continuation very important concepts, nothing but p-n junction diode is there. p-n junction diode. So out of p-n junction diode, what is meant by diode first? Everybody knows di means two, ode means electrodes. A device which has two electrodes, that kind of device is called as p-n junction diode. So p-n junction diode is a semiconducting diode which has two electrodes. One is p-type, other one is n-type. The p-type behaves like positive type and n-type behaves like a negative type. So the combination of p-type and n-type semiconductor is also called as p-n junction diode. Generally the symbol of p-n junction diode is the symbol of p-n junction diode. It seems to be one arrow mark. The thicker region behaves like p-type and thinner region behaves like n-type. And it is the symbol of diode. It has two electrodes, one is positive type electrode and the second one is negative type electrode. So that is about a general meaning of p-n junction diode. A device which has two electrodes, that is called as p-n junction, and it is made up of semiconducting materials. Next important concept, continuation concept, the formation of p-n junction diode. How p-type and how p-n junction diode is produced. And what about working of p-n junction diode? So nothing but, so assume it is one semiconducting crystal. So during the manufacturing of semiconducting crystal, it is one semiconducting crystal. First half of the part is doped with trivalent impurity. If the semiconducting portion is doped with trivalent impurity, that portion behaves like p-type semiconductor. And second half of the semiconducting crystal is doped with pentavalent impurity. Any portion is doped with pentavalent impurity, that portion behaves like a n-type semiconductor. So half of the portion behaves like p-type and half of the portion behaves like n-type. The combination of p-type and n-type is called as a p-n junction diode. So assume it is p region, it is n region. Generally we know in p-type semiconductors or in p-type semiconductor, holes are majority carriers and electrons are minority carriers. The symbol of holes means surface. The symbol of representation of electrons means dot symbols. So in p-type, holes are majority and n-type electrons are minority carriers. Similarly, in n-type semiconductor, holes are majority carriers and electrons are minority carriers. So holes are minority carriers and electrons are majority carriers. So that is about a diagram of p-n junction diode. Totally simply, in p-type, holes are majority, electrons are minority. In n-type, electrons are majority and holes are minority carriers. So that is about the general diagram of p-n junction diode. And we know holes having positive charge and electrons having negative charges. Here majority charge carries holes positive charge, here majority charge carries electrons and negative charges. We know between opposite charges some attraction forces. All the holes in p region attracted by electrons in n region, and all the electrons in n region attracted by holes in the p region. So because of attraction force, the holes in P region are crossing the junction and enters into other regions and occupies the place of holes and occupies the place of electrons. So after some time, the end region is full of holes. Similarly, electrons in end region are crossing the junction and enters into a P region and occupies the place of hole system. All the holes are occupied by electrons. So after some time, the P region is full of electrons and end region is full of holes. So during this time, few electrons in P region and few holes in N region are coming across the junction, gets neutralized. So electrons in P region and holes in N region coming across the junction gets neutralized and forms one chargeless area and forms one narrow region on either side of the junction. How it is a thin layer is forms, narrow region forms on either side is because few electrons in P region and a few holes in N region across the junction gets neutralized because opposite charge carriers gets neutralized. Their interatomic distance is less, gets neutralized and forms one narrow region on either side of the junction. That region which forms on either side of the junction is called as depletion layer. Depletion layer. So depletion layer means it is a narrow region, small region which forms on either side of the junctions. It is formed due to neutralizing of minority carriers in both regions. Here electrons, here holes are, and forms one chargeless area that is called as a depletion layer. The thickness of depletion layer is in order of micrometers. Micrometers we know. Micro means 10 power minus 6. So that is about formation of a depletion layer across the junction. Now what is the function of depletion layer? Now also P region is full of electrons and N region is full of holes. So these having negative charge and these having positive charge. Now also between opposite charge carriers some attraction force is there. But these carriers does not cross in the junction and these carriers does not cross in the junctions. Because these electrons are repelled by these electrons inside the depletion layer. We know between like charges repulsion forces. So the carriers in depletion layer is opposes the further movement of charge carriers from one region to another region. So because of this depletion layer, these electrons does not cross in the junction because these electrons are repelled by these electrons. So because of repelling, these carriers does not cross in the junction and enters into other regions. And these holes does not cross in the junction because these holes are repelled by these holes inside the depletion layer. So after formation of depletion layer, it depletes further movement of charge carriers. It stops further movement of charge carriers. Even between opposite charge carriers, some attraction force is there. But this depletion layer stops further movement of charge carriers. That kind of layer is called as depletion layer. So totally what is meant by depletion layer? Depletion layer means a narrow region which forms on either side of the junction, which stops the further movement of charge carriers from one region to another region. So that kind of narrow layer is called as depletion layer. Its width is 10 power minus 6 meters. Now inside the depletion layer, in P region side, electrons are there. Electrons means we know negative charge. Electrons means negative charge. And inside the depletion layer, in N region side, holes are there. Holes having positive charge. So across the junction or inside the depletion layer, some potential is developed. And what is the nature of this potential? In P region, negative potential is developed because of electrons. In N region, positive charge is developed because of these holes. So across or inside the depletion layer, some potential is developed. This potential is also stops the further movement of charge carriers. If any carriers crossing from one region to another region, compulsory those carriers having minimum potential is there, or minimum energy is there. So that potential inside the equation layer is called as a barrier potential. So this potential is called as barrier potential. And barrier potential is varying from one semiconducting material to another semiconducting materials. For example, germanium diode, the barrier potential is 0.3 volts. If applied potential less than 0.3 volts, these carriers does not cross in the junction, these carriers does not cross in the junctions. So in case of germanium diode, the barrier potential is 0.3 volts. In case of silicon diode, this barrier potential is 0.6 volts. So 0.3 volts or 0.6 volts depends on the type of semiconducting crystal. Germanium means barrier potential 0.3 and silicon means 0.6 volts. If any carrier crossing from one region to another region, compulsory those carriers compulsory having some potential. That potential is called as barrier potential. To cross the junction, to jump the junction, some potential is required, some barrier is required. The potential across the depletion layer is called as barrier potential. The nature of barrier potential. Inside the P region is a negative potential. The nature of barrier potential inside the P region, inside the N region is positive potential. So that is about formation of depletion layer and formation of barrier potential in case of PN junction diode. So that is about working of PN junction diode and formation of PN junction diode. Next continuation, the types of biasing are. Biasing means what is meant by biasing? The method of connecting a diode to the battery. So every diode is connected to the battery. The method of connecting a diode to the battery is called as biasing. Mainly two types of biasing. The first type of diode means biasing means forward biasing, and second type of biasing means reverse biasing. Now what about forward biasing and what about reverse biasing? So for this purpose we assume it is PN junction diode, it is one semiconducting diode. First half is doped with trivalent impurity and first half behaves like P type and second half behaves like N type. In P type we know holes are majority carriers. Holes are majority carriers. And in N type, electrons are majority carriers. Electrons are majority carriers. And a narrow region which forms on either side of the junction, which depletes further moment of charge carriers is called as depletion layers. Inside the depletion layer, generally minority carriers are existing. So that is about the diagram of a PN junction. But what is meant by forward bias? When we can say one diode is simply forward biased. When P region connected to positive polarity of the battery, P region connected to positive polarity of the battery, and N region is connected to negative polarity of the battery, then such diode is called as a forward bias. Then such bias is called as forward bias. So forward bias means same nature. Forward means same nature. P region connected to positive polarity and N region is connected to a negative polarity. So totally between P type and N type we are applying some batteries. This battery always provides some potential. This potential is called as biasing potential. To measure current, we are arranging one milliammeter. So MA indicates milliammeter. This milliammeter measures a current in forward bias. So that is about diagram of PN junction in forward bias. So forward bias means P region connected to positive and N region connected to negative. Then the diode is said to be forward bias. What about working of PN junction in forward bias? See, The majority carriers in P region connected to positive. But in P region, majority carriers are holes are there. And N region is connected to negative. In N region, majority carriers are electrons are there. So because of this forward biasing, observe the holes in P region, because the holes having positive charge and it is connected to positive polarity. So between positive polarity and positive charge carriers holes, nature of a charge is same, the polarity is same, like charges always repel each other. So the majority carriers holes in P region are repelled by positive polarity. So trying to moving towards N region or trying to moving towards depletion layer. Similarly, the negative charge carriers electrons in N region or majority carriers electrons in N region. Electrons are in negative charge and it is connected to negative polarity. So between this negative and this negative some repulsion forces. Like charges always repel each other. So majority carriers electrons in N region are repelled by negative polarity. So majority carriers electrons in N region repelled by negative polarity and moving towards depletion areas. So totally in forward bias, the majority charge carriers in both regions are moving towards depletion areas. Up to certain potential, no carriers able to cross the junctions. Because across the junction some potential is there, that potential is called as barrier potential. If applied potential greater than barrier potential, then only carriers are crossing from one junction to another junction. When carriers are crossing from one junction to another junction, then current conduction will be takes place. Totally in forward bias, the majority carriers are moving towards the junction. That means majority charge carriers holes in P region and the electrons in N region are crossing the junction and enters into other regions. So in forward bias, majority carriers are crossing the junction. So in forward bias, current conduction is also maximum due to majority carriers. So that's why in forward bias, current conduction will be maximum. A maximum current conduction is in order of milliamperes. So in forward bias, the current conduction will be takes place in order of milliamperes or 10 power minus 2 amperes. Similarly, in forward bias, the majority carriers in both regions are moving towards junction. When majority carriers are moving towards the junction, automatically the width of depletion layer is decreased. A width of depletion layer is decreased means resistance of diode is decreased. So totally in forward bias, the width of the depletion layer is decreased and hence the resistance of the diode is also decreased. If resistance is decreased, automatically current conduction will be increased and reaches to maximum, that is in order of milliamperes. So that is about working of PN junction in forward biased. Next, second type of connecting a diode to the battery, second type of biasing is called as reverse bias. But what is meant by reverse bias? Forward bias means the same. Reverse bias means opposite. That means the P region is connected to negative polarity and N region is connected to positive polarity. That means diode is connected to the battery in reverse way. That is called as reverse bias. P region connected to negative polarity, N region connected to positive polarity. Then we can say the diode is said to be in reverse bias. But what about working of PN junction in reverse bias and how current conduction takes place takes place in case of reverse bias? What happens with the depletion layer? Totally whatever working of PN junction in reverse bias. So for this purpose, assume it is one semi-conducting diode. First half is doped with trivalent impurity and behaves like P-type. And second half is doped with pentavalent, it behaves like N-type. In P region, we know narrow region which forms on either side of the junction, which decreases further movement of charge carriers is called depletion layer. So this layer is called as depletion layer, D layer, depletion layer. And we know in P region, holes are majority carriers. And in N region, electrons are majority carriers. So that is about general diagram of PN junction resistor. Now how we can say this diode is in reverse bias? Reverse bias means when P region connected to P region is connected to negative polarity of the battery. P region connected to negative polarity of the battery. And N region is connected to positive polarity of the battery. Then the diode is actually in reverse bias. P region negative, N region positive. To measure current conduction in reverse bias, here one microammeter is placed. Microammeter. Mu A is there. So that is about the diagram of a formation of PN junction in reverse bias. But in reverse bias, what about working? P region connected to negative polarity. Holes having positive charge that is connected to negative polarity. Holes having positive charge that is connected to negative polarity. Positive charge is connected to negative means we know attraction. Positive between positive charge and negative charge, some attraction is there. So the majority carriers holes in P region. The majority carriers holes in P region are attracted towards negative polarity, are moving towards negative polarity. The majority carriers holes in P region attracted towards negative polarity. All these holes are moving towards negative polarity. That means all these holes are moving towards negative polarity, means moving away from the depletion. Similarly, in N region, electrons are there, majority of carriers electrons are there. These electrons are connected to positive polarity. Negative carriers are connected to positive polarity. Negative charge carriers are connected to positive polarity, means attraction is there. Between positive and negative, some attraction is there. So electrons in N region, majority carriers electrons in N region are attracted by positive polarity. That means moving towards positive polarity. So in reverse bias, the majority carriers in both regions are moving away from the junction. Moving away from the junction. And moving towards the polarities of the battery. So that's why current in reverse bias, current conduction does not take place through majority carriers. But inside the depletion layer, minority carriers are there. In P region, electrons are there. In N region, holes are there. Up to certain maximum potential, up to certain maximum reverse potential, current conduction is almost zero, because all majority carriers are moving away from the junction. No carriers are crossing the junction. Across certain potential, if applied potential is sufficient, the electrons in N region comes out from depletion layers. The holes in depletion layer comes out from depletion layers. So if applied potential is sufficient, electrons and holes are comes out from covalent bonds. Electrons and holes are comes out from depletion layer, nothing but covalent bonds. These minority carriers, these electrons are negative charge and holes are positive charge because of these attractions. Minority carriers are crossing the junction and enters into other regions. So in reverse bias, only minority carriers are crossing the junction. So in reverse bias, current conduction takes place through minority carriers. So that's why in reverse bias, current conduction takes place through microamperes. Microamperes. In order of 10 power minus 6 amperes. Next, in reverse bias, what happens to width of the depletion layer? In reverse bias, majority carriers are moving away from the junction. All the carriers are moving away from the junction, means width of the depletion layer is automatically increased. Width of the depletion layer, increase in reverse bias. Width of the depletion layer is increased, means resistance of diode in reverse bias is increased. Resistance is increased, current conduction is very less in order of microamperes. Compared to forward bias, current conduction reverse bias is 1000 times less is there. Or compared to reverse bias, current conduction forward bias 1000 times more is there. So that is about working of a PN junction layer in reverse bias. Next continuation, VI characteristics of PN junction layer. V dash I. Here what is V dash I? V means voltage, nothing but potential difference. I means current. Here VI means not very important. Here VI means voltage versus current characteristics. a graph is drawn between voltage versus current. So that is called as VAE characteristics. The VAE characteristics explains how current conduction forward bias, how current conduction reverse bias. So that is about VAE characteristics of PN junction diodes. It is explained in two ways. The first one is nothing but forward bias. Forward bias. So for this purpose, draw the graph first, VAE characteristics. The intersection of x-axis and y-axis is nothing but origin. In positive x-axis, V is taking on x-axis and current is taking on y-axis. In forward bias, voltage is positive and current is positive. So that's why forward bias VAE characteristics is always drawn in first quadrant. So in forward bias, voltage is taken in volts. A current is produced in order of milliamps. Next, reverse bias VAE characteristics is always drawn in third quadrant. In third quadrant, we know x-axis negative and y-axis also negative. X value negative, y value negative. Because reverse bias means voltage is negative and current is also negative. But in reverse bias, the voltage is taken in order of volts and current is produced in order of microamperes. Now observe what about VAE characteristics of PN junction in forward bias and what about VAE characteristics of PN junction in reverse bias. So for this purpose, forward bias means forward it is the symbol of diode. In P region, N region, P region connected to positive and N region connected to negative. Here milliamperes, mA. It is a simple diagram of a forward bias. If applied potential is zero, current conduction is also zero. Because depletion layer stops the further movement of charge carriers. The initial depletion layer does not allow carrier from one region to another region. So, initial applied potential is zero, current is also zero. Now applied potential is 0.1 volt. If applied potential is 0.1 volt, the holes in P region not crossing the depletion layer. The electrons in N region does not able to cross in the depletion layer. Because for germanium diode, assume this given diode is nothing but germanium diode. If applied voltage less than barrier potential, current almost zero. So first observe scale on x-axis in forward bias 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6 up to 1 volt. And current is produced in order of milliamperes, 2 milliamperes, 4, 6, 8, 10, 20 levels. So initial applied potential is 0, current conduction is 0. Initial applied potential is 0.1 volts, current is also 0. Applied potential 0.2 volts, current is also 0. Applied potential 0.3 volts, current is 0. Because silicon diode having barrier potential 0.3 volts. If applied potential less than barrier potential, current almost 0. No carriers are crossing the junction, current conduction almost 0. If applied potential greater than this barrier potential, then only current increases. Then only carriers are crossing from one region to another region. Then only carriers are crossing the depletion layer and enters in other region and produce current. After 0.3 volts, applied voltage is increased and current is also increased linearly. So that is about the VAE characteristics of PN junction in forward bias. So in forward bias, up to certain potential, current conduction is almost 0, or across certain potential, current increase linearly. That potential in forward bias is called as cutting voltage. Cutting voltage. It is also called as knee voltage. Because up to this potential, current conduction is also almost 0. Up to here, current almost cut 0. After this potential, only current conduction is increased linearly. Across one particular potential in forward bias, current conduction is increased linearly. That particular potential in forward bias is called as cutting voltage or knee voltage. So for germanium diode, up to 0.3 volts, current 0. For silicon diode, up to 0.6 volts, current almost 0. because cutting voltage for germanium 3.3, cutting voltage for silicon is 0.6, germanium is 0.3. So in this way, the forward bias VA characteristics. Next, similarly, what about reverse bias VA characteristics? Reverse bias means we know. Recall reverse bias. What is meant by reverse bias? Reverse bias means, for example, it is a symbol of P injection diode. P is in, N is in. Reverse bias, P is connected to negative, N is connected to positive. Your current conduction will be takes place in order of microamperes. So in reverse bias, what about the scale on x-axis, scale on negative x-axis? Forward bias characteristics, first quadrant. The reverse bias characteristics in third quadrant. How the scale on x-axis is 0 volts, 1 volt, 2 volts, 3 volts, 4 volts, 5 volts, 6 volts, 10 volts, 10 volts. And current in microamperes, 4 microamperes, 8, 12, 16, 20 like this. So in reverse bias, initially applied potential is 0, biasing potential is 0. Biasing potential is 0, current is also 0. Applied potential is 0, current is also 0. Applied potential 1 volt, current is 0. Applied potential 2 volts, current is almost 0. So up to certain potential, current almost 0. Current almost 0. Across one certain potential, the majority carriers in both regions are moving away from the junction. The width of the depletion layer increases. Across certain potential, all covalent bonds are broken. The electrons and holes are comes out from covalent bonds and crossing the junction, current conduction will be takes place. That potential across the junction or across one particular potential, current increases very sharply. Up to certain potential, current almost across certain potential, current increases sharply. Because across this potential, junction breaks. So this voltage is called as breakdown voltage. Across this particular voltage, junction breaks, breakdown voltage. In ordinary diode, this breakdown voltage is called as avalanche breakdown voltage. After this potential, current increases sharply. So that is about the VA characteristics of ordinary diode in forward bias as well as reverse bias. Forward bias characteristics is always drawn in first quadrant. Reverse bias characteristics is always drawn in third quadrant. So that is about VA characteristics of PN junction diode in forward as well as reverse bias. Thank you, Arada.